Adding decimals. When adding decimals, we must line up the decimals. So example 1, Victor's temperature was 94.3. Per the doctor's orders, the nurse got his wet clothing off, started to dry him, and put him in a warm blanket. Next, while continuing the warming efforts, they also provided intravenous fluids and warm, moist oxygen. After some time passing, she finds his temperature has gone up 2.25 points, right, or degrees. What is Victor's temperature? So we're starting at 94.3, and it's gone up 2.25. So we're going to line up the decimals. So a decimal here and a decimal there, right? So we have the 2 on the left, and then we have another 2 on the right, and then we have a 5. Now, what we're going to do is just actually add a 0 here. So that way, when we start on the far right, we actually have 2 numbers there. So it's just adding zeros, which does not at all change the number. So let's go ahead and start. So we have 0 plus 5. And so that would be 5. 3 plus 2, well, that would be 5. Then we're going to go ahead and bring down the decimal straight down. So now we have 4 plus 2, so that would be 6. And then we just have a 9 right here in the right 10 spot. So what's his temperature now? It would be 96.55 degrees. So let's go ahead and look at the next example. Example 2, we're going to add the following numbers. So let's go ahead. Then we have plus. So we have a decimal right here, right, because we're going to line up the decimals. We have 0 on the left-hand side, and we have another 0 on the right, and then we're going to add a 7 here. Then we're going to add 2 zeros here, right, because adding zeros after a decimal, right, doesn't change the numbers. So, right, this is for our decimal numbers where it's after the decimal. So let's go ahead and start on the far right, and we're just going to move to the left like we've always done, right? And so we just work our way to the left. So 9 plus 0 is 9. 4 plus 0 is 4. 3 plus 7 is 10. So we put a 0 below, and we're going to carry a 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. Right? And then we're going to go ahead and place that decimal straight down, and then we just have a 0 on the far left. So this is to indicate that we're now in the right 1 spot. So our new number, right, is 0.7049. So let's go ahead and look at the last example. So example 3, Walter just finished the Seattle Marathon in cold, pouring rain temperatures. He goes into the warming center and takes his temperature, which is 96.4. In an hour, he takes his temperature again and is 1.6 degrees higher. What is his new temperature? So we're going to go 1.6 right below. We're going to go ahead and add. We don't need to add any decimals, right, because all our decimal place values have a number right on top and bottom. So let's go ahead and start. So we have 4 plus 6. Well, that would be a 10. So if we have a whole 10, that means we have a 0 below, and we have a whole 1 that goes to the 1 spot. So now we have 1 plus 6 plus 1. So that would be 8, and then we just have 9. So we have 98 degrees for his current temperature.